Hello, and welcome to the Socially Deranged, a nipple-cool podcast with Deranged, MC Mac Rotator Tits, Arc-Poo 5000, Caveman, and Atticus. I'm going to keep talking like a spectacle to my friends now. Take it away, bitches.
Jack Sparrow! Okay, are we all ready?
I'm ready.
Alright. Alright.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Buckle your
Let's
pants,
do this
boys.
shit.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Socially Deranged, a macaroni and cheese podcast. A podcast so awesome that macaroni and cheese will fly out of your nipples when you listen to this podcast. We are here today. Yeah, we are here
That sounds
today.
quite painful.
Yeah, it sounds painful, but you know the cheesy sauce helps lubricate it so it comes out smoothly. You know.
Powdered
True,
cheese.
but still.
It's very true. Anyway, we're here today with Caveman once again.
What up, everyone?
We have Arc-Poo 5000. Back again and opening a can of something.
Whoop ass, obviously.
Yeah, can of
Definitely.
whoop-ass. We have MC Mac Rotator Tits here with us
Go fuck
again.
yourself.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And introducing Atticus. Say hello.
Hello.
Awesome. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an honor, really. I've been waiting for this moment, you know.
Absolutely.
And of course, I'm the Lone Deranger. We haven't had a podcast in a little while, so let's get ourselves up to speed on what we've been up to. So let's start with New Blood. Atticus, what have you been up to recently? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, what's new in my life? I work at a store called Starland. They sell used
Oh, I
games
know that
and
place.
there. Yeah, it's a pretty ballin' video game place.
They're pretty
There was recently a kind of a shift in things. Basically, what I had been doing for the past year, I got too good at it. So my position no longer exists. What I did is being transferred to the people who work behind the desk and are getting more hours. I am now doing shipping.
Ooh.
I gotta box up orders and go crazy because we don't have the right size boxes sometimes.
Wow. That sounds pretty nipply to me. So.
Oh yeah.
When you said shipping, I was kind of hoping that your job is just to ship different video game characters together and write fanfics for them.
No, I had first
That would be like the best job ever, right there.
I first said that, like, made a post about it on Facebook. I had a friend who commented like, "Oh, that kind of shipping."
So, Mike, what have you been up to in the last few months since our last infamous podcast?
When was that?
When we read my
Yes.
horrible fan fictions in January.
Oh, okay. So, I haven't really done much. I'm going to be applying for an internship that I likely don't have a shot for, which is so World of Beer is having this internship.
Oh, World of Beer, we're getting that. We just opened up in a plaza in our area.
Yeah, so they're having this internship where it's like connected through social media, and like you have to make a video to apply for it, and they pay you $12,000 and cover your travel expenses, and what you do is basically travel the world and taste beer.
Hell yeah. You know.
So I'll be applying for that here pretty soon.
All you have to do in your video is be like, "Hey, I'm running for president in 2032. You want me?"
You want me to taste the beer that you give me.
Make beer great again.
Future president drinking your beer here.
Let's
Yeah.
see, what else have I been doing? I've been playing Pokemon.
Which one
Pokemon
have you?
Red.
Red. Okay.
Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Color.
How far in are you?
Beat the 6th gym today.
Awesome.
But what I'm doing is I'm doing like Nuzlocke challenges through each generation. So.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Why do you hate yourself?
Basically, what it is like you can only catch the first Pokemon you see on each route, and if your Pokemon faints, you have to like either permabox it or release it.
Wow. Yeah, you really must hate yourself. I agree.
It's based on a comic from a long time, a webcomic called Pokemon Hard Mode, in which it was just this guy writing this webcomic, but it was like, what if Pokemon was grim and gritty, and when a Pokemon faints, it actually dies. And so people just kind of adapted it into gameplay.
I'm just saying...
It gets its name from a Nuzleaf that the person named Locke, and like he drew it as Locke from Lost.
Oh, yes!
Yeah,
Locke from Lost! Yes!
All of his Pokemon are named after characters from Lost.
That's awesome.
It's like everything has a purpose.
Who's Charlie? Who's Charlie? He's my favorite. Charlie is my favorite. Who is he? Which Pokemon is Charlie?
I can't remember.
Damn
I
it!
can't remember, but I remember that there was a Charlie.
But yeah,
The Spearow, was it?
since we're on the topic of Pokemon for a moment, I just wanted to say that whenever you go into a Pokemon Center and they say, "We hope to see you again," I'm just saying that's a horrible thing to say in a hospital.
Right.
We hope to see your dead Pokemon all over again.
Let's see. Sawyer was like a Pidgeotto.
That's awesome.
Right. And Juliet was... No, Sawyer was the Spearow, and Juliet was the Pidgeotto.
Okay.
We hope you enjoy our socialized Pokemon healthcare.
Dominic, have you been up to anything?
Well, the last few days I've been working on cataloging my music library, which is taking forever.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that you were gonna go on that Rate Your Music website and like listen to the top 100 albums.
Well, I was doing that, but then I was also going through the music that I already had in my own library. So, because a lot of it has missing data, like years that aren't filled in and genres and stuff like that. So I'm just going back and filling it in.
I did see you reviewed OK Computer on that website.
I did.
I don't like that album. It's boring. Airbag and Karma Police are the only good songs on that album.
I liked it, but it definitely wasn't the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. T and I, we did a certain something in the last month, didn't we?
You're making this sound really gay, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, we fucked. It's true. It's true.
There's a little romance going on back here. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
But
seriously,
we did it. You banged.
But we banged, okay? But no, seriously.
Yeah, in all seriousness, we just moved into a new apartment.
Yeah, we're roommates.
Yep, out of our old places into here. Got some new roommates. Pretty nice.
Fun. We share a room, and our other friend Grant came by and he saw the room and he had one. He thought the room looked great, but there was one criticism that he had, and that was, that our beds need to be closer because when we're fucking, we need to be able to fist bump each other.
Yeah, we have to be able to fist bump each other from each bed.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Man, oh man.
Because we're champs and bros, you know? Bros before hoes. Even when we're doing the hose, you know?
Bros with the hose, man.
But, yeah,
Sorry,
so...
food.
It's cool. But, so yeah, we've been living together for about 2 weeks now. Yeah, 2 weeks now. And there's been a few things that have happened already since we started moving here. 3 days in, I already had a giant, 3 days in, I woke up a little early and I was like, I should really try and be a responsible adult and do adult things. So I went and I started the dishwasher, put the dishwashing liquid in, whatever. That was cool. Totally forgot about it for like an hour. Then we were gonna head out to like home. I think we we're gonna go to not Home Depot. Costco. We were all gonna go to Costco and get food and stuff, and we looked in the kitchen, and there was suds everywhere.
All over the floor.
Yeah, we put the dishwashing liquid for the sink.
You put the dish soap in it. I didn't have any part of it.
Man,
I was minding my own business, just watching Love and Mercy, and that happened.
Yeah, we were watching Love and Mercy when that happened. That is true.
By the way, amazing movie.
Oh my god, yes. That is such a great movie. For those who don't know what it is, Love and Mercy is an autobiographical, well, not autobiographical, but it's a biographical film about the life of Brian Wilson while he was making, well, during two time periods. It's during the 80s when he was all fucked up and psychotic because of his quote-unquote doctor, and then also during the 60s when he was trying to write the Smile album and he was also psychotic.
No, Pet Sounds.
No, it was after Pet Sounds. He made Smile, remember?
No, he's recording Pet Sounds and then...
Oh, yeah.
Goes on to Smile, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You're right.
And for anyone listening who doesn't know who Brian Wilson is, he is from the Beach Boys.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even say that. Wow.
Yeah.
I knew that.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. It has it has Paul Giamatti. It's got who's Brian Wilson? There's the past. There's the present.
There's two
and the
Brian
past.
Wilsons, so it's kind of hard. I'm blanking on their names right now.
Is it Kevin Costner? No, I think.
It might be.
Huh.
I think Kevin Costner plays one of them.
Yeah, I think he plays the newer one, the current one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in it. No, it's not Kevin Costner. Sorry. Whatever. I don't remember, but I really should. Anyway, so yeah, that's a good movie, and you should check it out. And also, don't put dishwashing soap in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Another thing also happened, which was kind of a minor thing, but it happened a few days later. We had a Caesar salad mix, and I went to make it, and I put it in like a bowl with I put it in a bowl that like a Tupperware container, and I grabbed a lid, put it on, and then I started to shake it up, and immediately the top just comes flying off. Everything just goes flying all over.
Oh shit!
the
You never actually told me about this.
Yeah, I wanted to save it for the podcast. I'm just looking at everything in the kitchen. I'm just like, I'm trying to be an adult, and I can't even make a Caesar salad.
How do I adult?
How do I adult? It was terrible, and turns out like none of the Tupperware containers we have a lid that actually corresponds to it. So
we're gonna have to add Tupperware to our list of things we need as well.
I guess. We don't need a lot of things, but you know.
This whole podcast is just gonna become what to do when you adult.
Honestly, that should be the title of the podcast of this.
It really
what
should
to
be.
do when you become an adult.
Adulting with the lone Deranger.
Adulting with the lone Deranger, yeah.
My mom was bitching to me earlier about like, you need to get a full-time job. Don't you want to move out and be your own person? I'm like, one, those things don't have anything to do with each other. I'm my own person. That's just how it is.
But yeah, it's like
You're only a person when you start working.
I am he and he is me, and we are all together.
Oh, that was so philosophical.
If you're doing nothing, and you're not working, and you're not going to school, you are subhuman.
Sometimes when you do everything right, people won't know if you've done anything at all. The immortal words of God in Futurama.
God, that was such a good episode.
Yeah, it really was.
How many years has it been over, and I'm still depressed over it?
Oh, God, it's been 3 years now.
God.
Well, it's going to be 3 in September, so.
It's going to be.
Yeah.
It'll come back eventually. How long did it took? It took 4 years to come back originally. So, next year, guys. Next year's the year. Fingers crossed.
Keep
But in
up
the
with stuff
meantime,
that.
yeah. And in the meantime, I've been just trying to watch other shows to keep me busy. And T and I found this show. It was called F is for Family on Netflix. And
It's only 6 episodes long, so pretty short.
it's just about it's basically about the what's the guy's name? What's the comedian's name?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Yeah, it's about Bill Burr's life when he grew up in the 70s. So it takes place in the 70s, and it's basically just about it's just about an angry father. That's it.
An angry father and like his family basically just going through life and all these rough times and trying to like just make it through.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say that it's like groundbreaking or anything, because it's really not. It's just a basic sitcom. But there is one scene in that whole series
Oh God.
okay. So there's one episode where the middle child, he ends up trying to he gets suspended, and he has to get a note from his father, or he has to get a signature from his father saying, "Hey, I understand that my son got suspended," or whatever. And he doesn't want to do it because he thinks he's gonna kick the shit out of him.
So the older brother then just forges the signature. It's like, hey, you're good to go now. So basically the kid now has nowhere to go on this day, so he just decides to hang home and chill there. Incidentally, like, he's in his parents' room. I think he's just going around the house going crazy and all that.
Oh God,
and
exactly
the parents come home. Yeah.
Oh, you know the scene!
I know it.
Yeah. And then basically, parents come home, they go into the room, he's hiding under the bed. They start to have this like really big fight. They're yelling at each other, saying different things.
Serious.
He's starting to cry. It's getting all serious, and then basically the fight kind of escalates and then kind of calms down. Like, the dad kind of like pauses, like, hey, wait, I went too far and all this. And then it gets worse.
Then
they decide to have some angry sex.
Oh my God, they have really angry
While the boy
sex.
is still hiding under the bed.
No, it gets even worse.
He's just hiding under there. They're just going on top. He decides to peek out, look on top. All he sees is just his dad's balls just hanging there. It's hairy. It's all disgusting.
Oh my God.
I'm literally watching this scene. I'm just like, that poor child. Poor 11-year-old boy.
Man, oh man.
He is never going to recover from that fully.
Animated scrotum, guys. We did it. 2016. What a time to be alive. But yeah, that kid. Go ahead.
I was watching that show with my boyfriend one day. It's like, hey, it's only 6 episodes, and we got to that part, and we're like, Jesus Christ, what are we watching?
That kid is going to shoot up a school one day. Like, he's no amount of therapy is going to save him from that. Oh my God. Woo.
But before we continue, I do have to say I do definitely recommend that show. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good show.
Okay.
I would. Yeah,
Besides
I mean it's
the dangling scrotum, it's actually an awesome show.
the show is great. And I mean the animation's kind of okay, and the voice acting's good, and there's also anyway, but like
it is actually pretty good. It's like I expected more, like a little more comedy, and kind of it was more of a dramedy and stuff. But I actually turned out to really enjoy that. Like, it's really just more a period piece at the same time as just all of this going on.
Yeah,
Okay. It kind of pulled together in the end.
It did.
Yeah, I agree. It got better as it went along.
Yeah.
I'm really loving. I mean, I've mentioned this in a million years ago in one of the older podcasts, but I'm really loving now that animated series are starting to get like serialized, where they actually have a plot that continues throughout the series.
Exactly.
South Park.
South Park, yeah, we mentioned that. Yeah, I remember
Avatar,
we did.
of course.
Yeah, I just finished book 3 of Korra for the first time. I love it.
Okay, when I first saw like the end of book 3, like when it first aired a few years ago, You know that scene with Korra and Asami when they're like together and Korra's in the wheelchair and all that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought they were gonna kiss right then and there. The Korra Asami was so strong. I legitimately thought they were going to kiss.
No.
Unfortunately, I came into Korra knowing that Korrasami was a thing, and I realized it about halfway through the first season, and I'm like, wait, they're gonna get together? They're just like, okay, but
it wasn't until halfway into season 2 that the writers started thinking, well, because originally it was only supposed to be the first season. It was supposed to be a miniseries. That was supposed to be it, to be all end all.
Just the
So
first
it wasn't until halfway until season 2 that the writers were like, okay, yeah, Korra and Mako are just not working out. Well, hey, let's start playing around with some other options. So that's when the Korrasami started to.
still waiting on my colon.
It doesn't happen.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't know that. I can dream. I can dream of Pabu.
Dreamer's gonna dream.
Dreamer's gonna
Okay,
dream.
well, finish it up. You got one more season to go.
I do have one more season to go, and I'm excited to see how it ends.
I don't think it was as good as 3, but it's still good enough.
Season 3 is considered the best
definitely the
one.
best in my opinion.
At first, I was like,
I have no opinions. I have not watched the show.
watch it.
I'll get to it.
I know.
Well,
I should.
watch the Last Airbender first, obviously.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, what was I saying? Right. So, going into book 3, I was like, huh. Well, I mean, this is good. I mean, it's just as good as book 1 and 2, but I'm not seeing why it's so good. And then all of a sudden, you get to like that one episode, the stakeout, and you're like, holy shit, this is one of the greatest villains ever.
There's a
Yes.
funny story about that. Up until then, the show was airing on television like a normal show.
Yeah.
Then they announced one day, oh hey, by the way, we're pulling it from television. It will only be exclusively on Nick.com.
Yeah.
I was like, huh,
Yeah.
that's weird. So midnight comes, the episode goes up on Nick.com, and
People catch on to why.
and I remember just staring. I remember I had to pause my computer because I was just so. It was just so incredulous. I was like, oh, that's why they pulled it from television.
I was thinking the same thing, like, oh, they really pushed those ratings.
Yeah, they killed a woman on like.
Yeah, not only did they kill a character, they killed her on screen.
Yeah.
They choked the bitch to death.
On her own breath.
Airbending.
Like the first thing I saw, like when I saw that, I was trying to process. I just couldn't process them. I'm like, no, they did not just kill them. They did not just kill the Earth Queen. I'm like, no way. I don't know. She's gonna come back. Like, nope, she's dead.
She's gonna come back, right? Because
Yeah,
they showed
man.
it on screen. There's no way they would kill a character on screen on a cartoon on Nickelodeon.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah.
How we thought
Also-
wrong.
And also, oh yeah, and then the second to last episode when the explodey woman ends up getting
my
killed
God.
too. I didn't know.
She is dead. No getting around that.
Like, okay, when I saw that, I actually was confused at what happened. I had no idea because I was like,
Because it
oh,
happens so fast.
yeah, it happened so fast. Like, oh, her head got put into metal and something. happened. I don't
No.
understand. No, her head exploded.
Yeah, I'm like, I was there and I had to point out, no, her head's surrounded by metal now. She was using her attack. Her head is not there anymore.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I completely
It's
forgot.
gone.
In that moment, I completely forgot that she was using that power. So
Yeah.
it was really confusing when I saw that. Oh my God.
Secret charging it up, and then. Oh,
Then-
and then I remember, and then the lava bender died by being engulfed in lava. How did the amputee woman bite the dust? I don't even remember.
I think she was electrocuted.
That's
Wait,
right.
what?
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, right.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
she's fighting
I
Rocket.
Mako
I don't think-
electrocutes her.
don't think she died though from that.
No, they all died.
Oh, okay.
Can we just
Man,
say
Fucking
that? Like,
everyone's murdered. Everyone dies.
you know,
Everyone except Tone Rock.
yeah. Can we just talk about the contrasting between this and the original Avatar?
Oh my
How-
god.
You know, the original Avatar, they made as a statement that they never killed anyone.
Well,
No,
Jet
they
died,
did.
but-
They killed Jet, but they did it off screen, and then they made a joke
Right.
about it in that Players
Yeah,
episode.
but no.
I
it
love
wasn't
that
so
episode
much-
so
I hate
much.
that episode. I
Why
hate
do you
it.
that episode.
I
think that's
hate
pretty
it.
much
funny.
that they killed him. It was that he allowed himself to get killed, and he wouldn't let them save him.
I hate
Cora, They
Sorry,
were
go ahead.
absolutely killing people. Although it was with the hand wave, it was like, oh, they were going to kill themselves anyway. We just kind of made sure that happened.
Okay, maybe hate is a strong word. I just don't like that episode because it's just filler. It's
Yeah.
a filler episode.
It was the point. It was like we're about to go into the final arc. Things are about to get serious. Let's have like a silly episode. Have some laughs. And it was also the creators of the series giving commentary on Avatar.
Yeah. It wasn't
like-
just that. Empire Island Players was meant to basically be more of a commentary on the fandom.
Yeah.
Like fan service.
Because
Yeah,
remember, this
kind
was
of.
like the mid-2000s. This was like the first time we had a kids show that had like an interactive fan base online.
Yeah.
Or,
basically it was supposed to be like the Citadel DLC of
It is
Avatar.
exactly that. And
Yeah.
Okay.
and the very end, you know, like how the play ends, the Fire Nation wins, and they're walking out like that was terrible and all that. It's like at least the graphics were good. That's basically the creators commenting on the live action movie by M. Night Shyamalan.
Right.
Opinions on that movie.
God.
At least the effects were decent.
Yeah.
I heard the opposite because I've seen things of like really bad green screen shots in that movie.
It's so bad.
Oh,
I'm
it's
never
terrible.
watching it. I'm never watching
I don't know
it.
how I managed to finish that movie.
Yeah, what's
I've
wrong
never
with you?
watched it. I never will.
And they are actually
Yeah.
making another one.
Well,
Is that
Why?
confirmed at this point, or
I don't think so.
I swear I saw
I don't know if it's
it.
confirmed. I know Shyamalan wants to do another one.
That horrible person.
They should just yank the carpet out from under his directing career.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, he made an okay movie last year.
Yeah, the
Oh,
visit
yeah.
actually wasn't terrible.
I actually
Oh.
didn't even know that was a Shyamalan movie until you told me that it was.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense is one of my favorite movies.
Never
It was a
watched
good
it.
movie.
Oh, it's really good.
Ugh. Switching gears for a moment, I remember, T, you wanted to tell us a story about a trip to the bar you made a few days ago.
Oh, yes! The bar story.
Yes, please tell me about your story at the bar.
Alright, well, this is completely just off topic from everything. This literally just happened to me on Sunday. So basically, I just got off work. I decided I'm just gonna go over to the bar, have a few beers, just chill. And I'm over there, just chatting with the bartender. I know everyone over at that bar, so yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, drunk woman comes up to me, and she's just like, "Oh my god, I saw you at the Circle K the other day." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And then she like starts explaining like she had just moved from DC, so like she was moving to like a smaller like suburban area, and her husband was telling her, "Hey, like when you start moving to these areas, you're gonna like start noticing like people more often. Like you're gonna see a person, and then you're gonna like notice, oh, hey, I've seen that person before." And she didn't believe him. And then I completely proved her husband right. So yeah, so we're just kind of talking about that. Like I think her funniest line was like she says like, "It was nice meeting you. I just have to say though, fuck you for proving my husband right, but still, you're awesome and all that." I'm just like, all right. But then it gets better. We're just chatting and stuff, and then she's just like, you know, like if you don't mind me saying this at all, but like you'd be really it'd look really nice if you like put your hair back. For anyone listening, I have long hair, so
Long,
And it's
luscious, beautiful hair.
it's usually in my face and whatnot. But she's like, "You'd look really nice if you just pulled your hair back, because you have like a really handsome face and everything." And then she's like, I think I actually have like a hair tie. If you want me."
Oh,
And
boy.
She just off the bat, she just starts pulling my hair back. Putting my hair in a ponytail. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with this. I'm just gonna let this happen.
So yeah.
That is what happened, and I got some pictures too. I got pictures of it and all that. I got a picture with her because you want to take one, and yeah.
That's so funny that you did. Yeah, and then you came back home. And then you're like, dude, I have a really weird story to tell you. And before you even started, I'm like, hold on. What the fuck's up with your hair?
Yeah, like as soon as she did, it's like, you know what? I'm fucking just gonna roll with this all night. Why not?
Like, I don't. That was a. Sorry, excuse me. I'm drinking, so I'm burping. That was an interesting story that you had to tell that night.
Yeah, that literally just out of nowhere that happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't want to say that happens to me all the time when I go to the bar, but when I usually go to a bar, something usually happens.
I wish I had fun stories to tell at the bar.
I have like a random person come up to me and start talking to me about stuff, or I run into people I know and random craziness ensues.
It's actually really funny because I do have a minor story, but it's not really as fun as yours. I did have someone who I ran into, and she recognized me. She was actually one of the bartenders at the same bar that you were at, but I didn't recognize her. So she's like, "Well, Justin, hi, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Hi, I'm doing good." So, sorry, how do you pronounce your name again?
When you run into people that know you but you don't know them.
Awkward.
I actually have a bar story myself, which is
weird because you're not even 21.
Well, so there's an Irish pub down the street from my house, but since the pub all ages can go in, so on the first Friday of every month they have this like Irish folk band that plays there, and my friends like going to it, so they usually invite me to tag along. So I was sitting at the table there just before I turned 20 the other week, and there was this lady, like this 50-year-old woman, who came up and was like sitting down with me and my friends, and she starts like flirting with my friend Kyle. He's like 22 or something, and eventually something comes up about Kyle's age, and this woman thought, this like 50-year-old woman thought that Kyle was like in his 30s because he looks a lot older. And so something comes up about his age, and he's like, by the way, I'm only like 22. And so she just kind of stares at him and is like, oh, I don't know how I could be attracted to someone so young. And so she gets up and she moves next to me instead, who is, I would imagine, pretty obviously a lot younger looking than him.
Yeah.
And so she comes up to me and she starts getting all comfy with me and stuff. And I was like, by the way, I'm 19. And she just stares at me, and like she doesn't know what to do, and then she's just like, "Oh fuck this," and gets up and walks off.
Oh my god.
That's pretty great, so I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's really funny because where I work now, we always get new servers and stuff. So I always the first thing I always ask them is, "Hey, how old do you think I am?" And they're like, I don't know, like 19. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna be 25 next month. Or not next month, but 3 months down the line. Like, oh. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be carded until I'm like 35 or something.
I already know I'm gonna be carded.
People constantly mistake me for being between 17 and 19.
I could see that.
I'm 23.
When I shave, like, I can pass for a high schooler.
Oh man, I've been growing my beard and I love it. It's so great to have a beard now.
I know exactly what you mean, Justin.
Yeah, right? Well, see, it's great because I just got a haircut too, so my beard actually matches the sides of my head now. So they're even. It's great.
Yeah, I need a haircut real bad.
I'm thinking I'm gonna let it grow out a little, and then I'm just gonna buzz the sides, and then my hipster transformation will be complete.
Oh boy.
I think I can go for a haircut. I think I can go without a haircut for another like 2 months.
I'm probably just gonna buzz my head.
I got a haircut recently. The last one I had gotten before then was almost a year prior.
I have not gotten a real haircut. Well, until yesterday. I had not gotten like a real haircut in like 2 or 3 years. When I mean a real haircut, I mean not a buzz cut.
Like, the past 2 or 3 years at least, I've only gotten like 2 haircuts a year.
Yeah, but
So it gets long. I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
I just get really lazy. Like sometimes, like before this, I had buzzed my hair back in like November, and I just had let it grow out. And now, for those who are listening, it's March, by the way. So it's been a while.
Implying people listen to this.
Yeah, implying people will listen to this any time
Hey,
down the
there's
line.
some people listening to this.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But yeah, so yeah, it had been a while, and I was like, you know, I'm really sick of just having a buzzed hair because when it grows out, it just looks really bad. So I just thought I'm gonna get a real haircut and see what I can do with it. And I actually really like it. I think I might stick with this for a while.
Yeah, like, my last haircut, like, I had actually planned on getting it sooner. But I had a convention coming up. This was for KatsuCon and MagFest.
Nice.
Um,
I
I
didn't get to do
had-
either of those.
so I had planned on getting a haircut, but first I dyed it black, just because, you know, what the hell, I'm gonna dye my hair black.
Mm.
And then I looked at myself and I said, holy shit, if I just kind of style it like this, I don't need to bring one of my wigs.
Yeah. Isn't that your profile picture on Facebook right now?
No, that actually is a wig, because that's
Oh.
actually styled differently.
Oh, okay.
No, my profile picture is Metaton from Undertale. The wig.
Oh, I have not gotten that far into it yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No Undertale spoilers, please.
Okay. Okay.
The sexy robot that everyone wants to fuck.
I at least know the character because, you know, DeviantArt, that
Yeah.
all DeviantArt is now just
Yeah.
Undertale
But
stuff.
yeah, he has like a side bang that covers his eye, so that's a wig. No, this was for my I have an End of Z Goten cosplay.
Oh boy.
You remember in the final 2
Okay.
episodes of Dragon Ball Z, they jumped forward 10 years.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Jumped
about.
forward 10 years. And, you know, Trunks and Goten are hot teenagers who are very clearly banging each other on the side. And so as I do End of Z Goten. And so basically I was like, hey, I don't need to bring my wig. I can just like my hair this way. Look, there it is.
Mm.
I've gotten a haircut afterwards because, I mean, what?
I think that this would be a good time to move on to the history of fan shipping, since Atticus wanted to talk about it so much. So sweet.
Okay.
Let's start talking about our favorite fan ships.
Oh boy.
How about we just get the ball rolling and just start Atticus, you start.
Okay, well, when you guys think shipping, like, what do you guys think is like the original, in modern terms, the original ship?
Frying Lily.
Mine is Ash and Misty, actually. Well, I mean, as far as like original
Yeah, that's
is
totally
concerned.
shipping.
Guys, we need to beat Misty. Guys, we have to milk Whitney.
God, no. No, but let's not forget the original Pokey shipping of Red versus Green.
Oh boy.
Red versus
Gary and Ash.
Oh my god.
Smell you later.
Yeah, I will smell you later.
That's a fucking
Oh man.
super effective comment.
It's like, yeah, well, I got.
right?
Didn't even update last. It's been like
You only got 10 badges? Well, look at this.
Okay.
I got 8 badges. No, shit, I did it backwards.
Oh yeah. No,
I just remember talking about one update from that back in high school.
okay.
I graduated in 2010.
Okay, so
that comic hasn't gotten that far since.
something I noticed when you said like Gary was like, oh yeah, I got 10 gym badges. One of them, if you look close enough, is actually a companion cube.
Are
oh
you
my
serious?
god, yes.
I'm actually gonna have to look that up.
I will too. Hold on. Anyway, but let me.
I just always remember, this is my grandson. What was his name again? Dude.
Why are you a Pokemon professor still? Are you you senile old man?
And that just reminds me of a
It's,
picture I saw once. It's of it's a Chansey pushing a mentally unstable Professor Oak in a wheelchair, and it's just Gary like, "Hey, Grandpa, how you doing? Like, are you doing all right?" And it's just the Grandpa asking, "Are you a boy or girl?"
Yeah, here's the picture of Gary with the 10 gym badges.
Wonderful. Let's
Okay.
have a look
It's
here.
the fourth one on the top row.
Oh, yeah, I see
Oh
it.
shit! Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god, it's a companion cube!
Gary
That's funny.
beat
Totally
GLaDOS to get the
been
My
companion
name
cube
is
badge.
My name
No,
is
it
Gary.
wasn't.
My name,
This
my
was
name
back
is
in the 90s,
Gary
man.
fucking Oates. Has anyone seen Pokemon's the movie 1, 2, 3?
No.
I have.
My name is Gary fucking Oates.
Oh my god, I think I have seen that once upon a time.
Sup, dickholes? I'm here to fuck your Pokemon. Go, Brock, go! Go, get the gun, Brock! Go, Brock, go! It's not necessarily fan shipping, but once upon a time, I was reading a Bully fan fiction. Anybody remember that awesome game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it took me about halfway through it to realize that it was a Gary Petey ship. And even worse, and wait, even worse. It was an Mpreg.
Oh no!
Oh. So
Oh,
what
man, you
was
should-
what was the original like?
The original ship that, like, in modern terms, the original ship that really originated the idea of shipping before we even had a term for it.
Kirk and Spock.
Yes. Kirk and Spock.
Yeah.
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 Good
Like,
point.
There were
Like,
there were dozens of fanzines. People would like submit fans because this is before the internet. So if you wrote a fan fiction that you wanted to share, you had to submit it to a fanzine.
Yeah, those were the first
Oh.
fan fictions.
Yeah. Funny enough, one fanzine had this one fan fiction that was meant to satirize not just crazy fans that ship this, but also how people would have self-inserts.
Oh god,
God.
those are the
Oh.
worst.
This was so this was this fan fiction about Lieutenant Mary Sue. She was only 17
Oh,
years old.
God.
Enterprise. And that is where we get Mary Sue's from.
Oh
No,
my god, that's great.
I love that
Mary
shit.
Sue from a Star Trek Kirk Spock fan fiction in the 70s.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I've read
Man.
a couple of self-insert fictions, and there's not a single one that's good.
Well,
Which
actually,
do
when
it.
it's one with Mary Sue, like, it actually was satire.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
that's
great.
the best part. Is that
that's
it was
what- see,
satire. And then-
that's why I'm kind of worried about reading the entire Dark Tower series, because somewhere around like the third or fourth book, Stephen King self-inserts himself into the book.
Oh god.
I don't know how. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
But apparently it
Suddenly,
happens,
Stephen
yeah.
King burst out of the.
Unless it's like, if I'm reading a fan fiction, unless a character is like a minor role, I hate OCs. They're all so bad.
In that one, I remember I mentioned a fan fiction, a Star Fox fan fiction that I've been reading that got taken down in one of the other podcasts. The OCs in that were okay. I mean, they weren't terrible. They were great, but they were good, I guess.
Passable.
Yeah, they were passable. I mean, the guy is from what he's saying, he actually just finished like a full length, like epic novel recently, and he's trying to get it published. So I mean,
Wow.
he's actually a talented writer. So I
And then
hope
you
you're
have-
listening to this. Hi.
And then you have your OC, Mitt Romney.
Oh boy.
Oh god, fucking Mitt Romney sex
Okay,
dreams.
all I can say is I
Fucking
wasn't
pizza.
on the last podcast, but the moment I listened to it, I wished I was. Like, I was super pissed that I had to work that night, because the last podcast, oh my god, was fucking hilarious.
It was great.
Yeah, cause you get to listen to me suffer.
Exactly.
Suffer more.
Suffer more.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah, but
So-
anyway. Yeah, so anyway, so that was where it kind of started, and so I'm sure there were other ships along the way, but they haven't really been documented. It wasn't until the 90s when we had the X-Files. The
Oh.
Mulder and
X-Files
Scully.
fandom, those people were crazy with like the conspiracy stuff, and this was the 90s, so now we had internet forums, we had bulletin boards, and people could talk about, oh, what's gonna happen next? Oh, is Mulder gonna do this? What's Scully gonna find? The aliens, all that.
And when are they going
What
to
alien is Mulder
Yeah,
gonna fuck
yeah.
next?
And a very popular thread was people saying, when are these two gonna get together? It is these forums that
They
are
got a
credited
bone.
as the inventors. This is where we have the conception of the word shipping, short for relationshipping.
Yeah.
So before that, the term didn't exist.
That's
Find
what
out
I-
on the next episode of The X-Files.
Yeah.
I
The term didn't exist before that. The fans of the X-Files are the ones that coined it. Around the same time, as mentioned before, we had Pokemon shipping, and Pokemon is famous for having the first ship wars.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yep.
As we
Ship
all know,
Wars.
people have Ash and Misty versus Ash and Gary, or Misty and Brock, or
Ash's mom, Professor Oak.
I mean, let's be real. They're always together when he comes back.
True. That is
Uh,
so true.
have you ever seen the comic I Came When I Heard You Beat the Elite Four?
Yes. Professor Oak. He came.
Okay, before we move on, I just wanted to quickly go back to X-Files for a minute. It's actually
Yeah.
funny you mentioned that because there's this show that T and I really like. It's called Undergrads, and
Yay!
it was a show on MTV back in 2001, and it was just about college life. And of course, because it was so good, it got canceled after one season. And
Of course.
it ended in the worst way
Simple
ever.
Plan sang the theme song.
Yeah, Simple Plan. No, not Simple Plan. It was
Oh,
Good
no,
Charlotte.
yeah. Good shot. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm
so
controversial. I'm now officially on the hit list of both bands' fan base.
whatever is left of them. But
Exactly.
But anyway,
Oh my god, I
it
heard
ended-
a song on the radio the other day and I laughed so hard.
okay, but
I just have to say that.
Undergrads ended in the worst way possible because it literally ends with the word with like 2,846 hours till sophomore year, and it never happened. It never fucking happened. But anyway, they have an episode where they're talking about the X-Files, and they're talking about has Mulder and Scully ever done it? And they're like, oh, but you know that one time where they did it at alternate dimensions? Like, alternate dimensions don't count.
And that's the very end of the episode too.
Yeah, it is. It's the very end of the episode.
But then they have a son, so that
Oh,
answers that.
I was not aware of that. So
I've actually not watched all of X-Files. I've only
When
seen
did
like
this-
pieces.
when did the original series end? Because I know it got rebooted, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got rebooted recently. Like
Yeah.
This year or last year.
Well, I know. I want to say maybe no. I don't know, because I know it started in like '93, and it
Yeah.
lasted 9 seasons.
Okay, so I guess it was still ongoing when when
Yeah.
Undergrads was happening.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know, because with the new reboot, or not even a reboot, it's a revival,
Yeah.
is referred to, it's season 10.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, really quick, going back to the whole Poke shipping thing, like, the dubbers at 4Kids, like, actually kind of caught on to that.
You mean
I
the
know.
Nazis at 4Kids?
Oh my god.
You mean the Nazis at 4Kids?
That's sure. But yeah, they caught on to it, and like, actually some of the stuff that they dubbed was different than like they kind of pushed it more than
Yeah,
the
they
Japanese
absolutely
version.
did. Because I remember like watching it when I was like 8 years old. I remember I was like, you know, my poor innocent, impressionable mind.
Mhm.
You know, I was very, you know, oh, they're definitely pushing for Ash and Misty, and you know, I don't know better. It's like, oh, look, they're pushing them together. Oh, they like each other. Wow, I love
they're cute
I'm gonna use my
Not
trusty
yet.
frying pan as a drying pan.
God. Don't forget Brock's signature donuts.
Oh yeah.
Wow, this soup is really good. Eating it with a fork.
I know, right?
What was the one where they replaced the rice ball with just a submarine sandwich?
Yeah, alright, it was like
Yeah.
a hamburger or something. And let's not even talk about One Piece.
Oh
Oh
god.
god, if we get started on that shit.
Oh,
I-
no.
I mean, I never watched
Full
the
on
series,
nerd rage.
but I know everything.
I did.
I know.
I
read the
did when I
manga.
was young.
And
Do you guys know the web? Do you guys know the webcomic Awkward Zombie?
No.
I've heard of it, never read it.
There's this one that she does making fun of the localization of the Phoenix Wright games, the Ace Attorney games. And so
Nice.
the Phoenix Wright is like wearing a kimono at a kotatsu. eating
Objection!
sushi. It's like, Apollo, you're just in time. We're about to sit around the American kotatsu and enjoy our hamburgers. And it just ends with just eat your, and just ends with like a close up of his face holding the chopsticks close with the sushi, saying, "Eat your hamburgers, Apollo."
Since we're on the
As a guy who's played the Ace Attorney games, I fucking love that.
since we're on
Yeah.
since we're on the
Okay, just before, while we're on the subject, Ace Attorney anime premieres next season, which is
Oh my god, I saw the
which is
promo.
started. Yeah, that is starting. Yeah, I believe the new anime season starts on April 1st.
I was not even aware they were making an anime.
Yeah, it was only recently announced, and yeah, it's coming out.
Cool.
Hopefully
There's
this
a,
is not some premeditated April Fool's Day prank.
Mhm.
Well, that's like when all like the spring anime season starts, so it's not a
Yeah.
prank. It's all
That's
there. Also,
It's
speaking
just
of
a
which,
prank, bro.
It's just
also
a prank,
speaking of which,
bro.
April 1st, new baby metal album is coming out.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I saw the new single.
Fuck yeah, Karate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Since we were just on the topic of comics, I have been really starting to get into comics. Like I have. Well, okay. Well, before I start on my comics, what comics do we read? What do you guys read? Does anybody read comics? Am I the only one here who read comics?
I
I
read,
read DC Comics up until the New 52.
I slightly disagree with you. Like, I get some of the comics are kind of meh. I did really like the run on Aquaman though.
See, with me, it's just I had like 70 years worth of knowledge all crammed into my brain, and I took great pride in that. I
I
knew all
can
this.
totally get that.
all
I
this
understand
history, and it's like, and when there's like a continuity nod, like when they make a little side reference to something that happened 50 years ago, I could say, "Hey, I get that reference," and then it's like. Also, I was a huge fan of Teen Titans.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was my
I
favorite.
can-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've read New 52 Teen Titans. I get what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with Impulse, Bart Allen.
Mm.
So, he was from
Yeah.
he was like from the 30th century, he was Barry Allen's grandson from the future, but since Iris West was actually from the future, like they went to the future together, and then they had the Tornado Twins, who were the inspiration to the Legion of Superheroes, and then then they had their kids as Bart Allen, and he was Impulse, and then he became Kid Flash, and then he became Flash, but that was stupid, so they killed him and brought him back as Kid Flash again.
Yeah.
When it comes to comics, for me, like I'm all ass backwards. I'm not into any of the superhero comics.
Same here.
There are three major comics that I'm into right now. One of them, obviously, The Walking Dead. I mean, it's a good comic series. I like that.
It is a good comic.
I-
series.
Actually, it's really weird. I really prefer. I like what they do in the TV series, but I really hated what they did for what they did with Shane's character in this TV series. In the TV series, he's a total asshole in season 2.
Yeah.
And then, but in the book series, I mean, like, yeah, he slept with what's her face, and but it's just like he doesn't like everything he's doing actually is good intention, but he's just like losing it, and it's kind of relatable, I guess. And I think that the scene where he like totally just breaks down and is just like, I'm trying to do this shit and help everyone, and then he gets killed right then and there, and it's just a really powerful scene, and I love that. But then the way they do it in the one is just like, oh, I'm just gonna start killing people for the lulz. La ha ha ha! Look at me, I'm so edgy. Oh look, I shaved my head.
Yeah.
Look at me, I shaved my head. I'm such a badass. I'm obviously a villain. It really pissed me off what they did for that. The other comic series I like is it's called Atomic Robo. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
Yes.
I've heard of
Atomic Robo is really fun.
Heard of it.
That is good series.
Yes, it is. It is basically it's just about in an alternate timeline, Nikola Tesla creates an atomic man, and lots of sciencey shit happens, and he's wisecracking, and he's super powered, and
sauce.
What? Oh, applesauce! Holy socks! He has a lot of.
I love his lines.
He has a lot of really weird catchphrases. And then there's like, and it goes through multiple timelines. Like one time he's hanging with Carl Sagan and going onto the moon. There's another time where he's in dapper stuff in the 20s. And
like here's the big thing about Atomic Robo. Like one of my favorite things about the comic too is the fact that he's a robot, and he is and one of the earlier issues, at least the ones what I've read, he's like talking about that. He's getting interviewed, and earlier that day, he kind of received a note that a guy he fought with in World War II passed away recently of old age, because this is like in the early 2000s. And he's basically saying, like, while he's getting interviewed, like the interviewer asks him, like, what is like one of the hardest things he has to deal with, or something like that. And he's basically saying, the hardest thing is the fact that I'm immortal and no one else is.
Yeah,
like
I remember that. Yeah,
I will live on for probably forever, and everything else will die around me.
Yeah.
And like the moment I read that, damn, that like, yes, he's super powerful. He can help people, and he's a good person, but he will literally live while everyone else around him dies.
See, being the death-fearing person I am, it actually makes me feel like, wow, you know, that's, I don't know if being immortal would be any better.
Like, I feel immortality, if you're by yourself, is terrible.
Dude,
yeah,
immortality is overhyped.
Let's be real. Let's be real. It would suck if I lived forever and I watched all of you die. That would be really shitty.
If I could do that. I really don't know if I could do that. Like, watch everyone I know die around me.
See,
I can
you know what you could do, though?
What?
You could just be like, well, I'm in no hurry to go anywhere.
I would always say, for my first wish, eternal youth. Second wish, same for my cat. I'm set.
There you go. There you go. And then the third series that I'm currently into the most, it's this series. It's called The Goon. I know that T's heard of it. I don't know if any of you have really. Have you guys?
I haven't seen it.
I've heard you mention it like once or twice.
Okay. Well, The Goon.
I've seen it sometimes.
The Goon it was originally self-published in '98 by this guy named Eric Powell, and he, after 3 issues, he stopped. He restarted in 2002, self-publishing, and then he went to Dark Horse in like 2004 or something. And it's won a lot of Eisner Awards. Really amazing comic. It's a mix of dramedy, horror, crime noir. The time period that it's in is kind of ambiguous. It could be in the 40s, it could be in the 70s, it could be anywhere in between there, or even further back, or forward. But it's okay. Let's see. How can I do this without spoiling it? Because I know T is gonna read it eventually.
Yeah.
Basically, the main premise: a kid who's literally named Goon is his parents pretty much abandoned him at youth.
What a goon.
His parents abandoned him at youth. He works with his aunt, who's a circus freak, and he works at the carnival, and he ends up running into a mob boss there. The mob boss ends up killing his aunt, and by accident, he ends up killing the mob boss, and he becomes the boss. He becomes the mob boss, and no one realizes that the mob boss is actually dead. So, and there's this zombie priest guy, and he's raising the dead, and he's wreaking havoc on the city, and he's trying to keep everything in check. So basically, it's like a mob thing, and with lots of supernatural shit going on. And it has a good mix of humor and all this cool stuff. But the last issue I just got, which is Volume 6, is called Chinatown and the Mystery of Mr. Wicker. It's its own issue. It's not like multiple issues in one volume. It's basically a graphic novel. It's graphic novel length. And it says at the very beginning of it, this ain't funny. It's 100%. It's 100% serious. And when I read it, it blew my mind. I'm like, this is actually really fucking good. There's this one scene. I can't tell you too much about it, but basically, Goon as a character, he doesn't really you don't really know much about him. He's kind of just a tough guy who brings off like a tough guy bravado, you know. But there's this one scene where he absolutely just breaks down. It's like 5 full spread pages. It's just of his face slowly just becoming more and more like enraged and upset, and it's just like, wow, that's really unsettling, and it really hit me. I was like, wow, that's I don't know. I love this series, and I wish that I'm hoping that that from here on out it goes in a more serious direction. That's what I've heard from fans. So we'll have to see how that goes. Sorry if I was going on a tangent there. I go on tangents when I really love stuff.
So when you asked if we read comics, does that include manga?
Yes, that includes manga.
Okay, because I haven't read like regular comics in a while, but I do read manga, and lately I've been reading Berserk. And
yeah, you told me about that.
Shit, Berserk.
I'm obsessed with Berserk at the moment. So good.
I'm always like kind of like, where do I start with this? And shit, this shit's gonna get intense.
It's so intense.
Yeah.
And I watched the movies the other day, and I was like, well, that was probably the most violent fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
I heard. Okay, so it was not this year, but last year at Katsucon, because I didn't get to go this year because I'm too busy moving and having a life. But
Having a life.
Too bad. This year was better than last year.
Damn.
Wait, was it Katsucon that had the fire?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that just because my friend had a Snapchat of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember last year I went and I was at this like it was a 18 plus panel, and it was like AMV's like 18 plus AMV kind of like which is the best.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one Berserk AMV that just had the song Die Motherfucker Die by Dope over it.
Hell yeah.
And just the whole thing is just bloodshed, violence, people getting mutilated.
Was it just the eclipse?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Pretty
great.
much.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to quickly go on a tangent because you just mentioned 18 plus. When I moved in, I brought a bookcase. So I brought 2 bookcases over, and I said that.
Oh,
and I said,
sorry.
and I said,
What do you want to do with it?
and I said that one bookcase is mine, and the other one is free for all the roommates to use. And T, you can pick up on this. Go ahead.
So he was like, "Wait, so we're just gonna have it out in like the common area? Everyone can use this and all that?" And Justin's like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, you do realize I'm just gonna put hentai on the shelf? tons of hentai DVD on this just to display to everyone. Like, you literally, someone comes over, like we're giving a house tour or something. It's like, this bookshelf. Like, here is Joey's shelf. He has all his stuff here. Here's Scott's shelf. He has like a chess set, all this stuff. And then at the bottom here is T's Bible Black shelf.
with.
Oh, it gets better. It's better. It gets better. What I want to do, if I do that, not only do I want the DVDs on there, I also want to get 2 dildos and just use bookends.
No, not just any dildos. Bad Dragon.
Oh my god, no! No!
You beat me to it.
Fucking Bad Dragon!
You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh god, yes.
For those who don't know, Bad Dragon is a dildo company that basically just makes furry dildos. And some of them,
Do it.
wait, it gets better. You can make the dildos with a cum tube
does.
that you can inject cum lube to come out of it.
Oh boy.
So you can
This
simulate
is
the
expensive
process of
one, though.
insemination.
No, it gets better still. So every now and again, I'll just, out of sheer curiosity, I'll look at their Bad Dragon Labs,
Oh
which
god.
is where people will submit ideas for new ones, and if it gets enough votes, they'll make it.
Mhm.
Last time I had checked, somebody, an ovipositor,
Wait, a what?
ovipositor. You know, like, it's like,
Oh, an
it's like
ovipositor?
ovipositor, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Wait, I don't know what that is.
No.
Okay,
Why?
okay. So it's like, okay, do you know how, like, sometimes if you look at an insect, like just a normal insect,
Mhm.
male and female insect, the females will kind of have that long point, that long kind of spire coming out of their butt.
Mhm.
That's an okay. So the idea of that is that they scratch it into a stick, and they stick that spire into it, and they lay their eggs.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So this is a Bad Dragon thing, where it's basically, it looks like a dildo, but you can like squeeze like biodegradable like gelatin eggs and.
How does that work? What? Oh my
What?
Jesus! Where is this podcast gone?
What?
Oh my god.
Guys, we're losing this podcast. We're out of control. We need to stabilize it. Mayday!
Being said, I don't know if it's been greenlit yet.
Oh my god.
Keep an eye on out for that.
Why?
Why? I need an adult, guys.
I'm pretty sure we're all adults.
Shit!
We need adults that are better at adultering than us.
Oh my god, seriously.
I need an adult. I am an adult. No, you are not. Team 4-star.
Screw guys.
Easy and rich, thank God.
Oh,
Love those guys.
oh my god. This is really gone places, guys. Whew.
It really has.
This has gone places I didn't expect it to go. But I'm kind of glad it did.
My internet just freaked out for a second. It might be a good thing.
What? What, Mike?
My internet just freaked out for a second, and I think that might be a good thing.
Oh. Oh. I think
The
the
internet was just embarrassed of what we were talking about. The whole internet's just like, oh fuck, I don't even know if I'm allowed to listen to this shit yet.
Guys, you scared Time Warner, thanks.
Oh my god. Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about? Or should we just wrap things up here?
I have nothing like particular, right?
Because I don't want to end this on a dildo.
That's the best way to end
Dude,
it.
I think every podcast should just end on a dildo.
Okay, we'll make it.
It
We'll,
has nothing to do with that. It could be a Christian fucking podcast, and it should end on a
boy.
dildo.
Jesus sticks a dildo up his ass.
I mean,
Praise,
I mean-
praise the Lord with your dildos.
Lewis,
Yes.
tonight's primary results are starting to trickle in.
Oh god, yeah. Oh no.
That's a thing.
Oh no.
I'm scared. I really am scared.
What are the results?
Ew.
So far Trump has won.
Okay.
Pride
And-
internally.
On that note, you kind of expected that.
Yeah.
And Clinton has won Arizona.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, God damn it.
Wait,
They're only at 1% per reporting, though, according to Google.
But they're like, lol, she already won.
yeah, I think that it's just like, oh, well, the results are already so staggeringly for Clinton that.
Well, remember though, this is the primary, so even if she wins more, Bernie will still get those delegates that he does get.
Yeah.
So currently, they know that Clinton has more, but they still got to figure out how to divide them.
Hope-
Bernie might.
But my super delegates.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
that.
They still voted. Remember, the super delegates haven't voted yet. They can only pledge so far. They don't vote until like 5.
I'm hoping that
you-
Bernie can really win big in California because that's the most delegates, like 500 of them right there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But
Hey, if Trump becomes president, don't blame me. I voted for Kasich. I did my part.
and he won in your state.
Yes, he did. Okay, so
If he becomes president, I'm moving to New Zealand.
straight up today, I heard the best like comparison for John Kasich. He's like a sentient pair of dead jeans.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
That sounds oddly enough like T's dad.
Oh my God, yes.
A pair of dead jeans.
I wonder what do you know who your dad voted for?
I don't.
I don't even want to know.
Definitely not Trump.
Oh well, that's
Definitely.
well. At least he has somewhat of a brain.
You've met my dad. My dad is a pretty hardcore conservative. But he's not stupid.
He has Sean
not-
Hannity books.
He does.
And
Right next to his Glenn Beck books as well.
it was really funny. I was eyeing them. I was just like, what the fuck? And then he saw me. I was like, oh no, nothing. I don't have anything to say. I'll just silently judge you. I'm not gonna talk about this.
Don't judge me. That's him.
No, I meant his
This
dad.
is all him.
No, I meant your dad.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But yeah,
In
of
other-
course, my dad's not that stupid.
Yeah, I know he's not that stupid.
He does not like Trump.
That's
No one in my household likes Trump.
that's good.
Thank God.
So
Like if,
when I went,
if anyone in my household hated Trump, I'd just be gone. I'm just
Disowning.
mentioning myself and my family. If anyone.
I am
cares.
divorcing myself from this family.
Exactly.
I'm not related to you anymore.
You're not my fucking mother.
You're not my real ladder. I yelled angrily at my step ladder.
I gotta applaud that one.
Yeah, that's good.
nice.
Very good. Very good.
So when I went to go vote, they had Green Party ballots
Aw-
at my polling station,
Awesome.
and I was
Nice.
half tempted. I was half tempted to grab one, but it was like apparently there weren't any presidential candidates on the ballot.
Well, because there hasn't been any that have admitted said they're gonna
No, there have been.
run. Did Stein say she's running?
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 people that have actually declared.
Well, there's my vote probably if Hillary
I'm
wins.
just disappointed that Vermin Supreme wasn't on the ballot.
Right?
It was in New Hampshire.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's crazy.
Um, but what was I gonna say? Damn it! Oh yeah, the Libertarian Party was recognized in Oklahoma, so that's a thing.
Very
Oh
nice.
dear.
They did something worthwhile
I
for
thought
once.
that the Libertarian Party's been recognized in all 50 states.
Nope.
I know that the Green Party's
I know-
only recognized in like 28.
Yeah.
I think that makes it all of the states now.
Good. Good for them.
They did.
Yay!
I would not be surprised if there's record turnout for or record voting numbers for both the Libertarians and Green Party. this year.
I would not be surprised.
That will not surprise me at all.
I mean, I'm not.
Consider
Break that.
we're facing right now.
I'm not expecting it
Break
because
that
I'm
5%.
not expecting it because our voting public is retarded. But it still wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, just vote for Bernie Sanders. He's like, it'll be the first time you won't have to vote for the lesser of two evils.
But he's a socialist.
Democratic socialist.
Yeah. I know.
But that's got socialist in the title.
That he's a Nazi
you know,
because
And that's going to confuse the people.
Most European countries are socialist.
Yeah, they are.
Democratic socialist countries.
no, but Nazis were socialists, National Socialists. They're the same thing.
Yes, national socialists are different from democratic
Yeah,
socialists.
right.
Hi, Trump.
Yeah, people are retarded.
If anything, Trump is a national socialist.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always hate to
Indeed.
bring in Godwin's Law, but it's true. He has a lot of similarities to the National Socialist Party.
But generalizations.
My generalizations, yeah. Let's not even
But empty.
talk about that time where he made people pledge to vote for him, and they basically did a Nazi salute.
Did you hear about
Yes.
Did you hear about
Oh
the
my
thing
God.
with the Trump supporters telling telling Jews to go back to Auschwitz?
Oh, I saw.
Oh,
that.
I saw
I
that.
heard
I saw
about
that
I
video.
heard about that.
No,
Oh my fucking
it
God.
wasn't Trump. It was one of his supporters. Like, go back to fucking
Yeah.
Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was
That was in Ohio.
yeah, there was another video.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought about you when I saw that. I was like, oh man.
Like
I
there
don't
was
like
another
this
video.
about
There was
I actually know where that. I actually know where that rally was.
I'm so sorry.
Like I've been there a few
I'm
times.
so sorry.
Okay.
But I know where. But there was another one from that. I think it's from the same one. That it was like some protester was being arrested, whatever. He was being brought down the street, and then there's like supporters on the side of the road, and they're just like, what the hell is it? Like, fuck Islam,
Allah is a-
Muhammad
Allah is a whore.
Muhammad is a whore. Christianity is the Almighty. God is great, and y'all suckers are done. I'm like, what the hell? This is
That was in St.
oh,
Louis.
St. Louis. Okay.
Oh,
Ugh.
America.
so cringy.
Yeah,
America.
yeah, cringe. Yeah, like, this whole election cycle's been so cringy.
Yeah.
Like it makes
I'm
me.
just waiting for it to be over.
Yeah, can we
move on with my life?
Can we please, like, honestly, I would rather just skip to 2017, not have an election, and just have Obama go for a third term at this point.
No man.
Right.
No man. You got to skip to 2031 for the glorious run of myself.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yay!
Yay!
Don't forget the run of 2024 when the Insane Clown Posse is sworn in as the final president of the United States before the apocalypse.
Whoop whoop!
That's a Homestuck reference, by the way.
That's hilarious.
Fuck. Honestly, after this election, I will totally vote them in. You know what?
Vice President magnets.
Fucking water, fire, air, and earth. Fucking magnets. How do they work? And I ain't talking to no scientist. Yo motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
I'm not even a juggalo, and I'm fucking sporting this shit.
No, don't. It'll lead to the apocalypse.
Did you just say apocalypse? Okay, it sounded like you said apocalypse.
No, I said
Same thing.
I mean,
We're
we
all
were
getting
talking
fucked in
about
the end.
bad dragon dildos a minute ago. So
Additionally, Guy Fieri will reveal himself as the third and final Antichrist.
Oh my god. I think that this would be a good time to wrap things up here, guys. That's what I know.
Okay.
I know.
Parting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Podcasting's fun, but it has to end eventually. I mean, it's gonna take me hours upon hours to render this, you know. So.
The podcast that never ends.
What?
It goes on and on, my friends.
There are some that say it still goes on today.
So yeah, it's been fun. This thanks for listening to the 5 people who do. I love you guys. We all love you.
We all love you so much.
Thank you so much. And when we become
Less than 3.
world famous, we'll make sure to mention you in our acceptance speech when we become best podcast 2025. And
As long as you're still nipply cool.
as long as you're still nipply cool. If you're not nipply cool or dead, then we won't mention you. And yeah.
Well, if they're dead, we should probably mention them. Be like, hey, special thanks to whoever
Who's dead?
died.
Who's dead because they
You
suck?
still loved us.
Who's dead because they suck and are losers? The best thing they did was
I know,
suck
right?
and die.
Immortality
I'm
rules.
That man, beast after death. You're gonna be all like, I'm a douchebag. That's how you sound to me.
All right. So that's our podcast, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a nice night or day whenever you're listening to this. This is the Lone
If you're
Deranger.
even listening.
Yeah, if you're even listening. Sorry. This is the Lone Deranger with MC Macro Tater Tits, Caveman, Arcpoo 5000, and Atticus signing off. Bye.
See you later, everyone.
Yeah.
Make America great again.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is basically Saw, but with desserts.